Dell XPS 12 Hands-on Review. Dell unabashedly admits its inspiration for the 2015 hinge-free Dell XPS 12 Microsoft Surface tablets. Design and display. The new, magnesium-clad XPS 12 comes in two distinct pieces, the 11.46-inch wide tablet and laptop-grade keyboard base, that never actually connect mechanically. Instead, where a hinge would be on the base is rather a rubberized trough that's been expertly machined to accept and hold the tablet at an ideal angle. When attaching the tablet, simply place it within the trough and let the magnets, and physics, work their magic. Between the two, it's rather tough to have either separate when holding the device by either end. That said, this approach only allows use of the XPS 12 in one configuration and angle while in laptop mode. While the most commonly used position and likely the most common angle, adjusting the screen to avoid some distracting fluorescent lights doesn't look like it's in the cards here. In case you were wondering, more magnets help the laptop keep closed when you shut it. It certainly feels weird at first to close a laptop without a hinge, but it quickly fades away when you learn to simply treat it as if there were one there. Regardless, Dell wasn't kidding about its dedication to the typing experience. Typing on the XPS 12 feels no different than if you were on, say, a new Dell XPS 15. Save for the extra room, of course. The rubberized keyboard deck and roomy, smooth glass trackpad round out the inputs quite well. Now, Dell claims to have broken new ground with its 12.5-inch, Gorilla Glass XPS 12 display, the first hybrid device to house a 4K Ultra HD, 3840 x 2,160 pixel, touch panel. And, boy, is it sharp if only arguably unnecessary, hence why Dell offers a 1920 x 1080 option. I'm told that Dell worked directly with the display gurus at Sharp to build the indium gallium zinc oxide, IGZO, panel to achieve 100% color gamut accuracy on the 4K screen. You're also probably wondering how the thing can house a 12.5-inch screen within an 11.46-inch wide frame. That's Dell's Infinity display tech at work here, which reduces the left and right bezels to nearly nothing. We first saw this tech in the Dell XPS 13 model launched at CES this year, and it works like a charm here. Built for both business and pleasure. With the new XPS 12, Dell has decided to target an audience that Apple has been able to attract like moths to the flame, seemingly without even trying. It's that cross between the C-level executive that wants a strong, sharp, and serviceable device when going into off-site meetings and the consumer that wants much of the same for somewhat different, more personal reasons. To that end, Dell built the new XPS 12 with the hope of attracting both crowds and the capability to serve both. So, yes, this system comes with all of the tools, and the BIOS, that Dell-toting IT managers have come to know that can simply fade in the background when in the hands of an average user at home. Will the new XPS 12 succeed in that effort? That's tough to call right now, but I will say that the trend right now seems to be aluminum or magnesium construction, not either coated in rubberized plastic. Spec sheet. The XPS 12 comes packing the same dual-core, 1.1 GHz Intel Core M56Y54 processor in all configurations, with 8 GB of RAM and either 128 or 256 GB of solid-state storage. A Dell exec reassured me that this device, with Intel HD Graphics 515, is able to push tasks in 4K from spreadsheet work to watching video in Ultra HD. Naturally, the decision to use Intel's Core M technology was to avoid having to use a fan within the system. And the company believes that the target audience wouldn't expect to do much more than crunch spreadsheets and watch 4K video anyway. Moving on, The XPS 12 sports 802.11 AC and Bluetooth 4.1 on the connectivity front, and not one, but two USB-C ports with Thunderbolt 3 technology, one for power and the other to support a USB-C cable docking station. Finally, a full-size SD card reader and headset jack round out the input-output options. Unfortunately, Dell isn't yet prepared to talk about battery life, despite the XPS 12 hitting store shelves this November. All of this will cost you $999, about £652, $1,361, to start, though Dell hasn't disclosed the price of the 4K option. Early verdict. Dell has been batting 1,000 with its XPS series as of late, and the new XPS 12 looks to be no exception. The company has achieved a far cleverer and elegant method for the two-in-one experience than any PC-based manufacturer, save for Microsoft itself, and that should be commended. Though, Lenovo's Watch Band Hinge is super neat. While I'm not quite sold on including 4K in such a device, it's a fine bullet point to add to the device's list of features, but let's see how much it costs first. I'm also not a huge fan of the soft touch plastic coating over what could have been some gorgeous magnesium underneath, but surely Dell has its reasons. What I'm most impressed by is its approach to the hinge, or lack thereof. Simply put, it's cool, and far easier to deal with than even the new Microsoft Surface Book. There are no latches to deal with. We'll save answering the should I buy it question for our full review, but I'm most definitely intrigued.